deep down in my heart, I'm ethnocentric, which means I think my race is the superior one.
Oh.
Wait, no, let me finish. Let me finish.
So white is better than all.
No, let me finish. You
Go
finish.
ahead.
I think everybody thinks that. They're just not honest about
Hey,
it.
I'm not racist though. I like all types of kinds.
Did I say I don't like people?
People only think
Wait,
that.
so you said you are what? You are
You
racist?
saying you're like
You're
I think
racist?
everybody's a racist at that level.
No, but you said you are racist. Correct?
I did. Yeah, I'm
Say
trying to
it.
be
Yes,
honest.
I am racist.
No, I'm not saying it again. I've said it enough.
So you're
I
racist.
think I slightly told you to stop speaking.
Yes, you said.
Put your phone up.
I respected you.
I'm
I
putting your
actually
phone up.
respected you for a while, but like
I'm putting
now
your phone up.
I don't even got no more respect for you.
Put it up.
Yeah, for real. I don't think I got respect for him no more, bro.
You know, you should have more respect because I'm.
Peace and blessings, family. Sister Ajali. This is just so like, whoo, superior is what superior does. But in my analysis of this particular, like, there's so many of these little pock shots that these dudes take because they're desperate. They're desperate to reclaim the only thing that makes them feel good, which is being the devil. And thereby they get to hone their deceptive skills is so that they're just, it's a criminal mindset where you're going to con somebody and you just think of them as an easy mark. They were just practically giving away whatever it is that you wanted to get from them using deceptive means. And when it comes to white people, they are systemically predator mimics. Now, before I go too wide, let me just hone it down to this dude right here. They don't want to say his name, but he said, I think my race is the superior one. And listening to the video that one of the students in his class recorded, you could see how he tries to hide the lunacy of his proposal by attaching it to, well, I think everybody secretly feels that way about his race. It's just white people have given racism an awful, awful reputation. And they're trying to disguise their predator mimicry by swearing that anybody who has any pride in self, in what they were made to be, is the equivalent of wanting to go out and lynch people, take over people's entire continents, exterminate them, create world wars, and just make it seem like war is anything other than just organized mass murder. They want to make it seem as if it's all the equivalent, and that somehow or another, being able to do that, it will give them a reputation of being superior because they've Stockholm syndrome the entire planet, and so that everybody's terrified of them. And it's just their absolute inability to step into a civilized mindset where it's not civilization based on some damn buildings. Now, that has absolutely nothing. A child can put bricks, and not bricks, you don't give children bricks, but Lego blocks. And after a while, stack them and do amazing things. But can you make an egalitarian society? Can you admit that you are poisoning the entire planet with various contaminants, and that their favorite contaminant is man-made radiation, so much so that their scientists are not allowed to tell the truth about man-made radiation? Can you build a society where you have the friggin' chutzpah to admit that, not just on they always got these charities and these, one or two egalitarian, wonderful white folks out there. And kudos to them. I'm grateful for the white people who have exposed what these folks do. Right? But that's how the system works, actually. They make it seem like there's just a couple in the crowd who would find what this dude is saying absolutely ridiculous and would do so in a very honest manner. But the fact is, we're separate peoples. I don't need white people to be the epitome of evil to love us. I don't need to oppress them. I don't need to feed their babies to alligators, to get a sick, delusional sensation that, oh, look what I could do to these, and then come up with a million little insulting terms to justify the fact that I'm just so depraved, looking for a profit in creating alligator handbags, that I will use whatever I can, including the precious babies of obvious women. It's not like we were pretending to be horses or something, or we just say, we were. I gotta get that slave out of the pigsty again. They keep insisting on hanging out with the pigs. They know we're human. They're not. To do these things, be so deceptively vile, you're not acting with humanity. Even the nice ones who never fess up and say, you know what, this reparations is a scam. It's just a bribe. What you need to do is get the hell away from us. Leave. Separate. They can't handle the terror that instills in them, that we would have sovereignty over our own destiny. So they sell us this narrative that not being racist means you have to continue to have no options other than what these dudes set up for us in their system. It's not this one white dude. It's this system, so that you have your children even thinking somehow or another that this is going to be a better education for them. And so you run across the one, but then you ignore all the others who teach nonstop lies to the only future we have. And so you have a cadre, a legion of black operatives out here who would actually agree with this dude. Swirlers who will hear what he says, oh yeah, he's superior. But then when you go on over to Brother Water Sniper's channel, it's a rollout of carnage. And I'm so grateful to Brother Water Sniper for just keeping this front and foremost. I have so many things I have to build so I can eventually get a lab to test our food for radiation. So I get tired of these chicks. I get tired of these friggin' bed bugs and how they ignore this reality. And so I just do shares when I can and focus on my number one advocacy. It's so much, and I'm just here trying to write what is the biggest genocide ever, where their FDA is now allowing Fukushima food directly into the United States of America. And it's going to be on your plate. And because people don't listen to a sister like me, they listen to the nice white teachers who are teaching you the same damn lies. You think I'm out my mind when no, you swirler, you bedbug, you are out your damn minds. Because we have already destroyed any of your talking points. The only thing that you've got in your favor is the devil does not want to lose your insanity. He don't want you to stop worshiping him, her, whichever one. Choose your demon A or demon B, because they don't want you thinking that there's some freedom outside the cave. And so this rollout of just ludicrousness, and this dude right here who was like, oh, Wizzle, I'm tired of these white women. This gender war, that's them. And he's like, where's my beautiful black queens out there? And he had a plate of fried chicken and macaroni and cheese, and I don't know what the hell, and I don't even want to know. It could have tasted the best in the world, but I know I am about healing, and so many of us are. But he's about stereotypes. He's about captured pets who really believe there's such a thing as white supremacy. No, there's not. I could go into all the ways that these dudes really, you can't stand out in the sun for longer than 15 minutes? That's crazy. That ain't superior. But for them, just being a con artist. That's what they think makes them superior, and loving their little Lego set buildings. That's all they got. And you're, not mine, I'm done. I'm separate. Ooh, I'm free. But if you are a swirler or bedbook, you ignoring the reality that's staring you right in the daggone face. That's the only damn thing keeping these folks with a hope and a prayer that they actually are the best race on the planet. This is a 1950s diagram of how they know radiation that is either inhaled or ingested is deadly. This is a confession that they set it up because no one understood radiation. I mean, these dudes love poison. All the other poisons in the world have been studied, and they found various methods to identify them in whatever body that was unfortunate enough to be taken out by them. And they're all against the law. You used to be able to go to the drugstore and get arsenic. You can't get that anymore. I'm real happy about that. But when it comes to man-made radiation, they knew, oh my goodness, we have got a behemoth here that nobody knows what the hell it does. And so with Hiroshima and Nagasaki, they only studied the bomb blast. They didn't study the radiation, or at least they didn't document it so others could find out just how treacherous it was for the residents of Hiroshima and Nagasaki as they were ingesting the food contaminated with radiation. You need these books, without a doubt. Furnace of Affliction has the cures that I kept running across. I was like, what the heck is up here? Here's another one. And I put it all in a book so you could have it yourself. You can be the doctor who heals him, herself. Right? And this black nation are there to inspire you so you know what a mighty people we are, and thereby you were made to be. Right? All right. Love you. Say it loud. We're black and we are prouder than ever. Peace and blessings, family.